Hey guys, I wanted to quickly make a video just in regards to an update on Kingston's separation anxiety, particularly when he's in the crate and obviously when he's left alone. As you can see here in the background, he's panting quite a little bit there. This is significant progress from what he was doing, the first few days when he arrived. He was looking a lot like this sort of behaviour here, where he was whining, screeching. He was also trying to break out of the crate as well. And I just wanted to create a video to show you, how we start to stop that cycle in its tracks, and then how and what state of mind we will be rewarding out of the crate. So just like anything else, the state of mind that we're allowing in the crate and the state of mind that we're allowing outside of the crate is what we're going to get more of. So for him, coming out of the crate is a huge reward, like for many dogs. So if you're taking them out of the crate when they're whining, when they're panting, when they're trying to break out, or even just walking in the room as they are doing that, that can be a reward for a lot of dogs. So what we're doing is we're working Kingston, obviously he's fitted on the e-collar, and we're simply tapping at lower levels. So in order to encourage him to put his head down. So this is going to be a perfect example while his head is up. I'm obviously allowing this a lot longer than what I normally would for the point of this video, so I can show you guys the state of mind that we're encouraging in the crate. So at the moment, I'm starting at about a level 5, and I'm just going to tap twice, see if that motivates him to put his head down. This is called fishing on the e-collar, where we're going to be testing a series of different numbers to see what's motivating for him at the moment. When he's calmer, obviously he responds to a 3 or a 4, but when he's starting to get worked up and escalate, like this sort of mindset that is in right now, we're probably going to see that a little bit higher on the e-collar is going to motivate him to want to stop. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go up to a 7 and I'm going to tap twice. You can see that he's not really affected by that at the moment. It's a little bit harder to see from this angle. I might actually bring you guys over closer. Give me a sec. We have been practicing this a lot, but obviously just the act of me coming in the room brings on a lot of anxiety for him, because he knows that it means he gets to come out. It's like the anticipation of getting to come out of the crate sends him into this sort of mindset, which he wasn't actually doing when I had left the house. And I've been using a baby monitor actually to make sure that I can address moments when I actually leave the room, because he actually does this when you leave the room as well, and we've been working a lot on that. But this sort of state of mind here, say for when the owners are wanting to get him out of the crate, you wouldn't be doing it when he's in this sort of mindset here. You want to make sure he's a lot calmer, and I want to show you how we're working on that so we can pattern a much calmer response in the crate. So I'm on a level 7. I'm just going to start there. This is all about just finding the number that works for your dog, and I'm going to tap twice. See what it does, give him some time to process. What we're looking for is his head to go to the ground. So you can see here his head's just gone down, he's so much calmer. So it's popped up because I've ducked back down, so we're going to repeat that again. Just tap, tap. Tap, tap. We're going to go a little bit higher now, so we're going to go to a 10. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Again, you can see that he's popped his head down. So that's the level that motivates him. And then obviously, as he starts to get calmer, you always want to make sure you drop the levels back down. You don't want to keep going higher and higher. But his head's back up again. So it's a bit of a patience game here of just working at a level, finding what's motivating for him to put his head down. And patterning this response every time you take him out of the crate, because if you're letting him out when he's frantic and he's starting to build a lot of anxiety, then you're rewarding that for every time you want to get him out of the crate. So this now is going to be a perfect sort of state of mind for what I'm going to be rewarding. So his head's just come back up, but what I'm looking for is a really soft, relaxed look. If his head popped up and he was nice and relaxed, that's one thing, but for him, And for the anxiety that he presents when left alone and in the crate, it's quite severe. Obviously, it's a lot better now, although it's still a work in progress. I want to be making sure that I'm capturing all of these moments. So for him, we're going to be holding him accountable to the double down in the crate. He already knows down and to remain down, but just that head dropping is the next level to that. And over time, patterning this will allow him to just access that calm state of mind whenever he goes in the crate. So we're going to tap, tap. We're on a level 9 here, doing it live. See, he's not as motivated, so we're going up to 11. And there you go, he's in a really calm space there. He keeps kind of cycling back from calm to escalating, so we're going to keep repeating it. You know, we really want to be patient with this. We don't want to rush it and just get frustrated and let him out of the crate when he's like this. We really want to make sure that he's only coming out of the crate when he's nice and calm. And over time, what we'll see is that he's going to be offering that behavior more often than, you know, this sort of behavior. If we're only letting him out when he's doing this, then he's going to continue to stay in that mindset. We really want to empower him to change that, and ignoring the behavior won't do that. Addressing it and actually, you know, accessing that state of mind right at the start of the cycle is going to be the best way to eliminate the core issue and not just band-aid it by, you know, okay, he's not breaking out of the crate, so that's fine. We really want to make sure we're accessing his mind and starting there before we, you know, allow him out of the crate to do any training or anything else. Because if he's then out of the crate and he's frantic and you take him on a walk, then, you know, you're going to have less likelihood of having any control over him there. So it all starts in moments like this, capturing all of those. That's a level 10. Good boy. Sometimes just the act of talking to him can send him, you know, into that frenzy as well. So this is why, you know, you can see I've got my back to him. I'm kind of doing, I guess, as less as possible in terms of like adding pressure on him at the moment. I really want him, I want to help him, you know, change the mindset that he's in. But, you know, rewarding him when he's in that space isn't going to do that. Letting him out when he's in this sort of space is going to be the way to change that over time. So we're going to wait here for a little bit. We'll let him out and I'll check back in with you guys later. He's in a much calmer space, so we're going to go much lower on the e-collar to match that. So we're on now a 4. Not sure if you can see that. There's a 4. If he pops his head up, we're just going to be tapping at that level now. We always want to make sure we're dropping the levels back down to match the state of mind that he's in. So here with the latches, I want to make sure we're checking him back in there. Good. All of these moments matter. All of these moments are conversations with him about what we will and what we won't allow. Okay, so if we're addressing it here, we're going to start really addressing the core state of mind and not band-aiding it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Slip's not on properly, but it'll do for now. Again, you can see that concern starting to build. He's looking a bit relaxed, but his eyes are still shifting around. You can see where it's starting to cycle. So tap, tap. It's not just about where his head is, it's about what he's showing you. So if he's starting to look like he's anticipating coming out, you need to address that. Good boy. Good boy. Then what we're doing is we're recalling him out with the tone button. Like obviously the crate is still a boundary, he's not able to come out just because I've hopped up. These are huge conversations that we're having with him here, just about boundaries, about the crate being a threshold there where he can't just come and go as he pleases. He needs to wait for permission from the owner or the handler. These are really big moments for him that's teaching him that all he needs to do is just calm down, lay down, and the owner will be in control of, you know, when to release him. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Kingston, sit. Giving her down. Good boy.